In an era in which Toledo has witnessed dozens of businesses dry up or pull up stakes, the city of Findlay seems to have struck a gold mine of economic development.
While unemployment levels mushroom throughout the state, Hancock County boasts a joblessness rate of 4.6%.
Well, that's no small feat in this harsh economic climate, so we traveled 45 miles down I-75 in hopes of figuring out the secret of Flag City, USA. The presses are working overtime at Kennedy Printing.
Looks good. Real good.
A welcome sound from that day back in 1969 when owners Jim and Beth Heck bought the company for less than the price of a car.
As Findlay has grown, that enables us, our customers, to get larger and larger and larger, which means more business. So the more thriving a community is, really the better the printing business can be.
Now, 22 years later, while many American businesses are taking a pounding from tough economic times, one wonders whether the recession has even touched Findlay. The Heck family is just one of dozens in this city of 36,000 who have a success story to tell. In the past 5 years, 2,000 new jobs have been created by either expanding businesses or by new ones.
You have to make sure that everybody, all the team players play together. Government, the business, the financial institutions, the industry, that they all play and work together.
Police say this cooperation between the public and private sectors has also helped to cut down on crime through Block Watch and other community programs. 25 local investors chipped in to build Findlay Inn, a project community leaders like to point to as another example of teamwork and cooperation. This parking garage is another, according to Jim Heck, who paid the city $100 for the site and is now watching the dollars drive in.
The city was losing money on the garage, and it was something that they were faced with a situation. They were going to have to fix it up or they were going to have to close it. So we went ahead, as a group, came up with the idea that maybe there might be somebody privately that would want to tackle it. We're probably 90% occupied.
Well, Flag City, USA may be a fairly small town, 36,000 people, but when it comes to playing ball against the big boys, Findlay is sporting a winning batting average.
In the past 5 years, 14 new companies have taken root in the city's development centerpiece, Tall Timbers Industrial Park.
How is the city able to hit so many home runs while other nearby communities seem to be striking out? The answer, it appears, lies in a strategic and very fine-tuned sense of teamwork. When potential investors come calling on the city of Findlay, they receive red carpet treatment from all sectors of the community. Civic, corporate, financial, and educational leaders come out to pay court.
If you have a lot of people with a lot of big egos, it won't happen. I mean, you have to put the egos to bed, do the job, and don't worry about who gets the credit.
The payoff is measured by the 2,000 new jobs created by new businesses or existing ones in the past 5 years. But unlike other American cities, Findlay does not grant tax breaks to snag incoming development because apparently it doesn't have to.
This city is beautiful and safe, feel safe, and also the city people eagerly invited us to locate here.
Sales tax revenues are jumping 3.5% to 4% annually, and business, you could say, is booming. But it hasn't always been this way. An attempted hostile takeover of their city's flagship company, Marathon Oil, in the early 80s jolted community leaders into finding new ways to revitalize their threatened economy. Enter John Kovach, whose job it is to sell the city.
The thing that we market is the attitude of our people, the quality of our people, the 68,000 people who live in Hancock County, and we spend a lot of time with that, and the people in the community really sell the community.
It's done through trade missions to Japan, Canada, Italy, and other American cities. And the package of potential prosperity is proving to be a hot ticket. So far, 6 Japanese and 1 Canadian company have set up shop. This is a community with little in the way of organized labor, something city leaders deny is a key to their success in attracting international investment. Still, the issue of unionization is a sensitive one, with businesses we talked to refusing to comment on camera, except to say that there is a history of goodwill between labor and management. In fact, in the past 20 years, there have been no strikes or major labor disputes. Less than 10 years ago, community leaders turned a bean field into what is now the multi-million-dollar Tall Timbers Industrial Park. Now they're hoping to cash in on this quarry by building a state-of-the-art medical, office, and residential development.
We saw an old quarry that could have been an old quarry or just could have been abandoned and made into a recreational area. But we saw it as taking advantage of it and not only attracting jobs or the potential to attract jobs, but also to add tax base to the city's financial coffers.
Lake Cascades is the newest project on the drawing board. Also in the works is a plan to convert this small, privately owned airport into a public facility in the hopes that more business will land on the runways headed toward Findlay.
Many parts of Northwest Ohio struggle to attract new business and industry. That hasn't been the case in Hancock County. $60 million in new construction alone last year. 5,000 new jobs the past 10 years. And this is the latest plum, coal distributing, 1,000 new jobs. And they are hopeful here in the next 2 weeks. The Steel Dynamics plant will also decide Hancock County is the place to be.
It's just a good success story that really is based on people working together and putting egos aside and saying together we can do it, by ourselves it isn't going to happen.